Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. Imagine what we would be talking about if Obama were president. The Puerto Rican mayor wouldn't be complaining about the services that she's getting from the federal government. And we went through a litany of the things that Donald Trump and FEMA initiated initially in order to save lives. And the president came out and said, look, we couldn't get ships to dock. You had truckers that didn't show up to work, Teamsters who refused to drive, not that they could because the roads were jacked up. Many of them couldn't get to people. Trump said, look, you got to also help yourselves. People look, oh, he's telling them they got to help. What are you talking about? When there were tornadoes that ravaged the Midwest and the South, Joe the Plumber and I went on a tour. It was back in 2011. And if it weren't for people coming out with chainsaws and all that, I'm glad FEMA was there. I'm glad, we have an emergency management agency. The problem is they couldn't get to everybody fast enough. The beauty of America is relying on your fellow man. God knows the world is certainly understood that. It's one thing for the government to help, which, by the way, it's our money. That's an organized help. The one where people go, oh, this earthquake happened in Haiti, let's do a GoFundMe, let's do this or that. That's the people springing to action before government can even think about what it wants to do. But holy cow, if Obama were president, that Puerto Rican lady would be kissing his behind, and you all know it. She wouldn't have taken this rabbit stance. If Obama were president, that lady, that librarian who rejected Melania Trump's Dr. Seuss offer, would be singing the praises of Michelle Obama. If Obama were president and Vegas had happened, we'd be talking about nothing but gun control. There wouldn't be, the discussion around the who died and all. The left would shift gears. It would strictly be gun control. They'd be praising his response, talking about he gave an amazing speech and he did this and Las Vegas is in safe hands, and I could go on. Name me anything Donald Trump has done. Let put Barack Obama on it, and you'd watch the media spin 180 degrees so fast you wouldn't even know how to. You'd be like, were they going that direction? I could have sworn they were going that direction. Nope. What are you talking about? Nope. Always going this direction. It would be uncanny if Donald Trump weren't president and Barack Obama was. And for the record, if you believe if you believe as I do, if the unemployment rate were dipping down to 4.3%, if our trade deficit had dropped the most that it had prior to the election, if the GDP, I don't know if you guys saw this report, our GDP used to be something like $14.5 trillion. That meaning the productivity of America that's how much money we generated. Now, that's an older number. It could have gone up to 17 trillion, whatever, but it's the annualized amount of money if everybody's working and we're at full capacity. That number is almost $20 trillion now. It's over 19 trillion. In the short amount of time Trump's come into office, we've added trillions to our GDP, to our productivity. You hear anybody talking about this? I talked about the economic impact of Donald Trump since. I talked about the stock market. 18,250 when Donald Trump took over, 22,600 the other day, and climbing. Don't be shocked if the stock market ends up 23,000 before the end of the year. Don't be shocked at all. Don't be shocked if the stock market is at 30,000 by the time Trump leaves office in his second term. What else do you want me to tell you? Now, if anything close to this was happening and it was Barack Obama, not only would the left be singing his praises, so would I. And probably so would you. Are you looking forward to the day when Donald Trump gets his tax policy in and corporations start bringing money back to America and we start looking for innovative ways to put people back to work? I look forward to this. American people are very productive, and we will adjust to the new world. Let me put it to you this way. They say the world is changing, all this automation. The world's been changing since the beginning of time. All this automation. So what they're telling us is this. At some point, if you're flipping burgers, they're going to automate that, and you're not going to be able to do it. But you know what you might do? You might flip specialty burgers. Think about the number of specialty burger places there are now. We love Shake Shack. Okay? But there's In-N-Out, Shake Shack, Bob's Burgers. I could probably name you 5 burger franchises that are not McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's, the big boys, but they're little guys making a specialty burger. A Shake Shack is amazing. If you're in New York, in Manhattan at some time, go there. They got them. They're now opening them all over the country. But well, I shouldn't say that. But I know they're in multiple locations. But go to Shake Shack and get a burger. It's amazing. Culver's. I love Culver's. I'm giving commercials out. I need to be looking for endorsements here. But my point to all of this is that ingenuity will find its way, because that's what America does. And what Donald Trump is doing is he's inspiring you to do that. These 3D printers, I don't know what's going to come out of them, but I bet you there's going to be a boom in people making their own specialty products. You're going to be forced to find your talent in the new world. And that's good, because in America, there's lots of talented people. I can't wait to see what happens. I don't fear what's about to happen. I encourage it. I want to see what we do. Anyway, we got a ton to talk about. I want to talk about a professor that made what I think is one of the silliest comments. We touched on it the other day, but I want to cover it fully today. And I also want to talk about a Democrat who showcased the Democrats' true feelings towards blacks, but it was black against Hispanics. So we'll talk about that today. And also a professor who got himself arrested. You know what? The next segment I'm going to talk about these Russian cannibals. I've been dying to talk about this couple. I don't know if you guys heard about them. But keep it here, folks. You're listening to Kevin Jackson.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.